I wonder if that actually got cut out, because every time I keep doing it for this, the end always cuts out. This time I didn't move that much. Let's see if it actually does cut out this time. What's good, everyone? It's your boy JD, back with another Kingdom Hearts 3 Reworked video. But this video in particular, we'll be discussing the next role, Agrabah. Now I know you're all probably be thinking, wait a minute, Agrabah wasn't in the game? And yes, you are correct. But I'm putting it anyways, because I feel like it. Now before we begin, be sure to follow me on all the social media such as Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and my live reaction YouTube channel. Link is all in the description. Now without further ado, let's begin. Now the gang arrives at the usual Bazaar area like you all know, where they're always running into a lagging, and of course are always attacked by Heartless. What's new in that? Now while I find the Heartless, a lagging arrives to help them out, and they just catch up, you know, because it's been a while. I mean, after 3 main games installments, like it's kinda like a reunion of some kind. Of course though, a lagging needs to know, yo Saul, who's that girl right next to you? And of course Kairi introduces herself. Now there should be a moment where lagging is shocked because he has heard stories about Kairi from Saul a couple of times, because you know Saul has been looking for her, you know, shit like that happened. And the fact that he finally sees her, you know, was a really big shock and interesting for him. And there should be some kind of playful banter between lagging and Sora about Kairi, along with Kairi banter with Sora about what he told him about her. You know, cause of love and stuff like that. Anyways, with all that out of the way, Aladdin picks up the dagger with the sorrow look on his face, because apparently the Heartless took it away from him for so goddamn reason. The gang makes it to the palace, and I mean inside the palace, not outside the gates, where they run into Jasmine. Now, just like the banter that Aladdin had talking about Kairi, Jasmine said the same thing as well, and like before, it should be some kind of interesting things cause of love and stuff like that. Afterwards, we get a whole explanation about the dagger that Aladdin picked up, which is connected to his father and was a memento. And just like in the movie, Jasmine encourages Aladdin to find the truth. Now, to upset the whole mood in this whole situation, they get invaded by the 40 Thieves, and this causes a boss fight to happen with Sora and the gang versus the 40 Thieves. But more importantly, a boss fight against Kasim. I do want to note, Saluk should be visible in the fight, but his actions should be different, cause he should feel like a normal 40 Thieves member, but you can tell visually that some things are missed. Now after this boss fight, Sora should unlock the Link area. Now after things settle down, the 40 Thieves escape with the exception of Kasim, and then it's revealed that Kasim is Aladdin's father. I really hope to God I'm not saying his name wrong. Now for this, many questions should be revealed, and just like in the original Aladdin movie, Aladdin and Kasim should just spend some quality time together like father and son. What was Kasim's goal? The Hang of Midas, etc., all that good stuff. Another question is, however, how did the 40 Thieves enter the palace in the first place? And they got so far. Like what the hell happened to the guards? Whoa, were they sleeping on the job? Like what the hell were they doing? Anyway, Sora, Dawn, and Goofy decided to go with Aladdin and Kasim to help find the Hang of Midas, while Kairi stayed behind with Jasmine to figure out what happened to the guards. Now just a bit of gameplay action here, traveling with the carpet to the different areas would be really cool to have, just like in Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think the open world that was in Kingdom Hearts 3 would make things way more interesting and fun. Anyways, on their way to the Thieves' hideout, the Cable Wonders appears out goddamn nowhere, where we see a lamp and he's run by a random person which released Jafar. Now this is a secret Orichalcum Plus boss fight where you get to fight Genie Jafar. Now as Jafar is released, there should be some small cutscene talking about Jafar wanting revenge against Sora, Dawn, Goofy, and Aladdin, and will stop him again in that whole situation. You guys get the gist. Again, this is completely optional. Now just like in the original movie, Aladdin should be welcome to the 40 Thieves den, and just have Sora, Dawn, and Goofy for the ride. As they plan on getting the Hang of Midas, Kasim states that Saluk was nowhere to be found, and I have no idea where he went. Now, as for the journey to find the hang of Midas, I think this would be very similar to Case 2, as they went through the Cave of Wonders and went through a bunch of trials with Heartless between being the enemies. During this time, the chemistry between Kasim and Aladdin, along with Soul and the gang, should improve. However, something strange happened. As they made it to the location of the hang of Midas, it was gone, almost as if someone swiped it beforehand.
What a twist!
Anyways, it turns out that the whole journey was a trap, as they just had to fight through a bunch of Heartless to escape the area. As the gang made it back to the thieves' gang, Kasim was betrayed because the 40 thieves tried to attack them, and then they realized it was Saluk's doing. After dealing with the 40 thieves in a boss fight, they quickly make their way back to the palace.
Meanwhile,
Kairi and Jasmine were doing an investigation to figure out how the 40 thieves broke into the palace. During this time, this is a perfect opportunity for Kairi and Jasmine to get along and connect, especially since they're both fellow princesses of hearts. Now I know technically in Kingdom Hearts 3, they kind of retconned it where there's a new 7 princesses of heart or some shit like that. I might be wrong about this, but I don't think so. If memory serves me right, just let me know in the comments if I'm completely wrong about this. But that shit ain't happening. In my opinion, I feel like there should only be a new 7 Princess of Heart if the previous one dies. In my opinion. Now that makes some more sense to me. Moving on, Kairi and Jasmine confronted the head guard, Razul, to have a discussion about what happened. Now this should be a bit of an epic moment because Kairi caught Razul slipping. As Razul said about finding out the secret password of the 40 thieves through a secret entrance. In a sense, this showing a boss fight between Razul as his betrayal has been revealed and you play as Kairi for this boss fight. Now after this boss fight is over, Razul stated that this was also Luke's plan in order to use the Hang of Midas to get to the hidden treasures in the palace. Now in that instance, Luke showed up and caught Kairi off guard as he knocked her away and took Jasmine as a hostage. Now there should be a mini boss fight against Luke trying to rescue Jasmine. During this moment, Kairi should start to feel a bit more confident in her skills. And again, like as you saw in the previous video in the Kango World, there we already saw the beginning steps into progressions that Kairi made to gain her confidence back after losing to Sax in the first place, and this is pretty much fleshing that out even further. And with this, you're successfully able to separate Luke and Jasmine. However, this is where the hard part comes, because she doesn't know if she could rescue Jasmine and defeat Luke at the same time. In that instant, Sora and the gang comes back to the palace and Sora shows his concern for Kairi, but Kairi just puts her hand to point at the direction where Jasmine is and said the following: Sora, go help Jasmine. I will take care of Luke myself. Believe in me. Seeing Kairi's determined look, Sora did what she said. Seeing Kairi's determined look, Sora just decided to do what she said, and they went to save Jasmine. And now we get the real boss fight against Luke. Kairi versus Luke, 1-1. After the boss fight, Sora should have unlocked the spell Fire Up, which is funny since Sora wasn't really involved in the boss fight, but why not? At the end, everyone is saved. It could seem staying in the shadows, and this work ends like how it did in the original movie. Now after Agrabah, we actually return to the past in Scala Asylum, where we see young Master Ericus and young Master Xehanort listening to their master's favorite story. You know, talk about the whole ancient Keyblade War. In a sense, you should hear some details regarding what happened back then during the war and the legend of Kingdom Hearts. From this, young Xehanort should show a keen interest in finding out what truly transpired in the ancient Keyblade War, as he goes around the library trying to find out as much information as he possibly can. Now the key here is actually his facial expression. It should look like he's really curious and interested about what happened back then. And yes, this is all a cutscene, there's no gameplay here. There we go everyone, those are my ideas for reworking Agrabah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment down below how you guys will redo Kingdom Hearts 3. Give this video a like, I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit that bell icon notification to be notified for future announcements. Subscribe for more future content. And stay frosty, guys. Stay frosty. Wow, what am I all minute? Jesus.